So on Friday, we had that school shooting in Texas, and I just wanted to post this video just here really quickly, give a quick bit of advice for people when something like this happens. Wait 2 days before reading anything about it or watching any report on it. Because this is what I've seen pretty much every time a mass shooting happens, in the rush to get the information out first and, give you the exclusive, watch our news report because we have the latest. When the news media does that, they tend to be a bit slack in taking the time they need to properly review the information. It's about getting it out quickly, and so they don't take that time and they just get it out. So in the first day or two, you always have a lot of misinformation going around, and so much of it is confused and contradictory. But after the first 48 hours, the news media has a much better idea of what really happened, and you can get much better information. I mean, not with everything. The Pulse nightclub shooter, look at how they're saying it's still, he did it because he hated the gays, when it's well established that he didn't even realize it was a gay bar when he shot it up. So, you still have to take everything with a grain of salt, but at least then, that's enough time to get the real facts reported and verified. When I do the podcast, I try, and I'm not always able to do this, but I try to get 3 different sources on it just to make sure that it's something that happened and there's not really any contradictions in what's being reported. And whenever I have had to do a retraction, it's generally been when I got something from a single source. And it might be, something comes across one of those news wires, and all the other news outlets just pick it up, and it looks like there's multiple reporting on it when it really comes from the same source. You have to watch for that. But, yeah, I get wanting to know. I get really needing it. I was like, my God, this is a horrible thing. What happened? But this is a fact of our cognitive processes, that it's a lot easier to take in new information on a blank slate than it is to try to use that new information to force out old bad information. It's a lot easier to learn when you don't have to unlearn. So you can save yourself that cognitive stress and not have any of this crap in your brain just by waiting a couple of days. Does it really matter that much to your life if you don't know these details for a couple of days? If it's your job or something, like if you're a reporter who has to cover it on the 6 o'clock news, then, I guess you do what you can with the information you have. So if there's some compelling reason that you as an individual need to do that, well, okay, but I'm talking about just regular members of the public. What do you think you're going to be able to do in those 2 days that's going to make such a huge difference? Isn't it a lot better to hold off, especially if you're going to go around proselytizing or agenda pushing? Why not wait until you have better information, and in the meantime just say, this is a really sad tragedy. My thoughts are with the families and friends of the victims, those who are suffering. What is it you think that has to happen now that can't wait 48 hours until you get better information? It's Sunday morning as I record this. And once I'm done here and once I get the podcast finished up and uploaded, I'm going to read up on the Texas school shooting, but I wanted to get this off my chest first. I have deliberately avoided information on this so that I'll have a much lower chance of getting misinformation from the press. At least I'll be able to get later reports with more reliable information and more consistent information, and hopefully be better informed. And that's really all I have to say. Until next time, stay strong and be free.